What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and welcome to Season 7, where we climb the ladder to hit Master Rank using a team that we built from scratch. Over the weekend, I had spent some time retweaking my team because it had, one, not been piloted the correct way, and I wanted to do some deep dive in calcs for the Pokemon that I've had issues with in the ladder. And I gotta say, there's not a lot of Pokemon that I can really get a huge boost from. So when I say boost from, I'm trying to make sure that I can live certain techs. And for example, right, Torkoal here, he can live the rock slides at least one time from a Great Tusk, and most likely will get knocked out by Garchomps and anyone else that uses a ground type move or rock type moves like T-Tar and stuff like that. But while he'll live through T-Tar's attacks, he will not live through a lot of different ones. So I tried to recalc him to be able to live a lot of moves, and he's able to survive 1 to 2 attacks depending on the typing that he himself goes on to, which is the same thing as the rest of the Pokemon here, right? Jumpluff cannot survive any attacks from Chien-Pao, cannot survive any attacks from Iron Bundle, cannot survive any attacks from Arcanine unless I Terra Water, and then everything goes to a guaranteed KO to a 2 to 3 hit KO status, which is great for me. The only one that it can live through is I hate to say this, a Scarfed Great Tusk for 1 attack. It drops it down to like 3 HP, but it'll survive a Scarfed Great Tusk with a Rock Slide because it can't get hit with Headlong Rush or like Earthquake and stuff like that. So Rock Slide would be able to do it. So that's all good and all. And I also looked at the moves. There's been a couple of times where I was like, well, I wish I had something. And even though that I had something, it doesn't really work as well as I would like it to be. So we changed a couple of things on everyone. For Torkoal, we didn't change any of his EVs. We didn't change his nature, so he's still quiet. But we changed Heat Wave to Overheat. And we also changed the item from Charcoal to Eject Pack. That way we can get Torkoal out of there and off the field as quickly as possible. He still has Helping Hand and Protect for the day, or for the times where he's out there, preferably not by himself, but he still has those so he can give his partners a helping hand and doing some more attacks. Jumpluff, we had replaced U-Turn. I had realized that it did 2 damage, maybe even 1 damage to anyone that he hit, even if it's resisted or not resisted. It's just neutral. Did so low of damage, I was like, okay, we need to get him out. We still kept him with the bold nature, so he gets more defenses and less attack. We changed his nature, or not nature, but his EVs to be 252 speed, 100 in HP. We have 100 in defense and 76. No, that doesn't make sense. It is 56 in HP, 100 in defense, and 76 in special defense. So it looks a little bit like this. This is how she's able to survive a few hits from Great Tusk. I tried to do other ones, but they would not last at all for Iron Bundle. Arcanine, there's no way I can get away with that without Terrain, but that's it. So we took out U-Turn to bring in Giga Drain. Now the other move that I might be using is called Grass Knot, and while there's, unlike Heavy Slam, where it dictates of the difference in weight, it only dictates how heavy the Pokemon is. So Grass Knot on a lot of Pokemon, especially in VGC, are looking at the 120 base. So we might be using that in the future, but we're going to be testing this out today to see if it works. If Giga Drain does not work, we have access to Encore. We do have access to Helping Hand. We do have access to other things. I think Jumpluff gets a move called Entertainment. That might be Lilligant, but you know, it's something that we could also use as well. For Fluttermane, we didn't change any of the stats like EVs around. We changed the nature, so it's back to Timid with choice specs, the full speed investment. We didn't change anything on Gyarados. We changed a couple of things on Great Tusk. He's still jolly, but we changed knockoff to Headlong Rush to see if that is going to make a lot of difference. And we kept Choice Scarf on him. And for Qian Pao, we kept almost everything the same. Focus Sachets the same. The movesets are the same, but we changed the nature from Adamant to Jolly. So we've got our speed tiers back, and I'm hoping that this will allow us to survive just a little bit longer. HP is still good to have on several different Pokemon, but I'm finding that unless you build it a certain way, there's so many miscalculations. And although I believe that my team was good, I'm not piloting it the right way. And something that John had said when he left a comment is that a lot of people know this core already, so they know how to pilot around it. And that's probably why I'm losing quite a bit. So I'm not going to give up. We're going to continue doing this until we hit master rank, and then we might switch over to a different team just because, oh my God. But without further ado, let's get into our first match out of 5. Let's go. All right, our first match is here. We've got Meowscarada, Amoonguss. Let me enlarge this. Iron Bundle, Fluttermane, King Gambit, and Garchomp. A pretty good spread there. I don't know if Meowscarada is going to be running Trick Room. It could, but it wouldn't really be beneficial to. Now we do have Fluttermane in the mix, so it's probably not a good idea to bring out Torkoal, but everything else seems to be pretty well suited for our means. So what do we bring here? That's interesting. What do we bring here? Maybe. Good question. Iron Bundle's gonna be a major problem. Jump Bluff, Great Tusk, Fluttermane, and Qian Pao. I think that's what we're gonna bring. Now we're gonna try to save Terra for Jump Bluff. She's so frail. So it's almost like not even worth doing that, but we'll see. I can't read those. Garchomp, Amoonguss. Okay. So right now I'm not really affected by anything on Garchomp's side. So we'll go ahead and Sleep Powder that. And a little Rock Slide for the potential flinch. Yep, flinch went off. Spore. So our Great Tusk is now asleep. And it's leftovers. Gotcha. We're going to go ahead and access Tailwind, and we're going to swap Great Tusk out for Qian Pao. Because I doubt that they would Spore into the second slot, but I mean, it would be smart. Garchomp's asleep. Tailwind. Nope, they did Giga Drain. That would have done a lot of damage if I wouldn't have done something right now. Okay, so Giga Drain the Garchomp, and we're gonna Ice Spinner into it. Good call. I should have went after the Amoonguss. That might have done something a little bit different. Now he's going to Spore into Qian Pao, and Qian Pao's just going to be... Oh no, Pollen Puff. Super effective. Wow. Dark. That's right. Dark would do that. Okay. Think comes Fluttermane. Sleep Powder. Well, wow. Yeah, we'll go into Shadow Ball. I'm okay with that. Hopefully Sleep Powder lands on the Garchomp. Tried to double protect and it failed. Shadow Ball into the Amoonguss. Will do a lot of damage. Sleep Powder goes right into that slot. Go to sleep, Garchomp. Stay there for a while. And Spore into Flutter Mane. Shucks. Okay. I dare not Terra with Jump Pluff. That'd be a terrible decision for me right now. How is my Tailwind? Tailwind goes off next turn. Pollen Puff into that slot. And we'll continue Shadow Balling. Flutter Mane is asleep. Dedicated first turn. Here, have a Jump Puff. Or, yeah, Pollen Puff. Take a Drain. It's a good call. This is a bulky person. Okay, Tailwind's gone. Leaving Garchomp alone was just a terrible idea. Shadow Ball into that slot. Both that slot. Garchomp's asleep, so that was probably Protect again. Flutter Mane is still asleep. Dang it. Here, I have a Pollen Puff. I have to heal Flutter Mane. But that's a scarfed Garchomp, I think. It's been asleep this entire time. I only know of Protect. No, it can't be Scarfed. If it was Scarfed, it wouldn't be able to do anything else. So I don't think it's Scarfed. Yeah, Flutter Mane finally woke up. Shadow Ball. A considerable amount of damage, and it drops its special defenses. Garchomp wakes up. Sword Stance. Puff. Now it knows that it can't really use Rage Powder. Spore into that slot. Because Jump Pluff ignores that slot. But now we're kind of at a standstill. I can't really do anything else. We're gonna continue sleeping that guy, and then we're gonna just, yeah. Gonna go right into the Amoonguss slot. It's probably gonna get like a couple of more times of healing HP, but there's nothing else I could do at the moment. I don't want to bring out Great Tusk. Wow. Oh yeah, Tailwind's off. That's right. But now Outrage, so it won't do anything else. Great Tusk is now asleep too. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. We have to. We have to. As much as I don't really want to, we have to, because Giga Drain is going to take a lot of damage out of Great Tusk because he's part ground. Great Tusk is asleep. He's still scarfed, so he's going to be the fastest thing on the field. Flutter Mane is also still asleep. Outrage does not affect Flutter Mane. Very little HP. Ah. Just need to get over these two. Just need to get over these two. I don't know what else he's got in the back, but I just need to get over these two. Great Tusk wakes up. Way to go. Rock Slide. Here we are. I don't know. Who avoided it? Garchomp did. I'm okay with that. Fluttermane's still taking a nap. Quick. Goodbye. Oh. Wow. Garchomp does Garchomp things and knocks everyone out. So that was a really fast Garchomp. But that's okay. Learning thing. Garchomp outspeeds Jumpluff. I did not know that. Let's see, what would he have to do to get over that? All right, next match is up and ready to go. We've got Toedscruel, Torkoal, Sylveon, Vaporeon, Clodsire, and Maushold. Interesting. So I need to watch out for Major Toedscruel there. I believe he can do Trick Room and sets up something else as well. We do have a relatively slow start of Pokemon here, so I think the best bet is to come in with Torkoal first, and then Great Tusk, Chien-Pao, and yeah, Gyarados. Well, yes, Gyarados. Even though we severely hinder Waterfall, we could do something else as well. So let's do the calcs real quick. 252 gold. Ah, he is jolly. That's why he's able to outspeed him by 7 points. That would make it. He wasn't scarfed. All right, that's good to know. Alrighty, Maushold and Torkoal against my own Torkoal and Great Tusk. Okay, so the first match that we're going to be doing here, we're going to start off with Overheat onto the Maushold, and we're going to just rip it and go straight into the Earthquake. Oh, there's Headlong Rush. The Rock Slide does both. Close comp. Oh, okay, that's really the Maushold. Yeah, we're going to just rip right into it and do Earthquakes. Earthquakes all day. Now, we kept the Terra types the same, but I might want to change Great Tusk into Ground Terra, just so that he gets that extra boost in Earthquake Headlong Rush style. But I do like having him with fire so that he survives being burnt. Torkoal will then protect. Good on you. Oh no. I just realized what I've done. Oh well. Can't take it back now. My guy will survive with very little left. Hopefully Maushold didn't like Super Fang him. Citrus Berry on the Maushold, but he'll Super Fang into the Great Tusk. Okay. Here comes the Overheat. Take down Maushold. Special attack harshly fell. The eject pack should take us back to the other realm. Into the back. And now we get set up with Gyarados. White Smoke. Oh, you don't have Drought. Interesting. Person sends out Toedscruel. Okay. We're going to Thunder Wave the Toedscruel, and we're going to continue with our Earthquake fun, because it's no longer going to affect Gyarados, because he is part flying. Boop, 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 boop. What are you going to do? What's your plans? What is your plan, sir? You're going to Terra. Okay. And it's the Torkoal. to water. Cool. You negate the urge of getting one-shotted by my team, Great Tusk and Gyarados, but I didn't do that. But I am going to Thunder Wave into... Does not affect... Oh, is he ground? Okay. Does curse the lower speed attack... oh, Trick Room. I knew that. Twisted the dimensions. So maybe Taunt should have been the one to use. Oh well. Again, learning thing. Since he's ground, he cannot be Thunder Waved. That would be the only reason why that makes sense. So let's taunt him instead. We'll bring out Chi. Oh, yeah, that's probably a bad idea, but all right, we'll go that. We'll send him out. Bring out Qian Pao. Oh, shucks. Rage Powder. Flare Blitz. Yeah, it's like, oh wait, that's still a Torkoal out there, even though it's freaking water. But the recoil on that is huge. And he's got Life Orb. Yeah, we're gonna taunt you. Because why not? Because why not? And now that we know that Toadscruel has to go for the attack, we're gonna attack into the Toadscruel, but we're gonna Sucker Punch right into the Torkoal slot. It would have been better to Sucker Punch in the Toadscruel, but I don't think it's going to really matter. Torkoal's going to protect. Good on you. So that'll fail, but that's totally fine. Toadscruel Acid Spray onto the Gyarados. Won't do a whole lot. But it lowers down special defenses. There you go. Has some of that. We're gonna go ahead and then a Thunder Wave on a Torkoal would not be beneficial right now, but you know that, and Ice Spinner would be great in that slot. You know what? We're gonna protect on the Gyarados, Sucker Punch onto the Torkoal. Withdrew Torkoal. Good call. Sent out Sylveon. Protect. Sucker Punch to fail. Knock off. Okay, there's not a whole lot that I could do. Harsh Sunlight Faded. Let's go. Hey, how are ya? Here's my Torkoal. Trick Room falls this turn. So then I will go ahead and Thunder Wave the Sylveon. And I will overheat the... Oh, well, I was gonna overheat that thing, but it's gone now. Good call to bring out Torkoal. Protect on the Sylveon, that's good. Here you go, have an overheat. Thunder Wave until that slot does nothing. Dimensions return to normal. And you are... There you are. We'll go ahead and just taunt you, and we will protect here. Let's see. Rage powder. Totally fine. I was going to taunt you anyway. I don't want you setting up Trick Room again. Hyper Voice. Does nothing to the Torkoal. A little bit of damage to the Gyarados. And there's the Throat Spray. Terra. And we will now use... Oh, with the overheat again. We'll use Thunder Wave on the Sylveon after we Terra Steel. That way, Hyper Voice doesn't do a whole lot, because that's most likely a Pixelate Sylveon, which means it's a fairy move. And not a normal move. So there's that. There you go. Paralyze the Sylveon. That's the spray. Into the Torkoal, which won't do a lot of damage, but it'll lower down its special defenses. Here comes the overheat. And we'll knock out Mr. Toadstool. And boom goes the dynamite. Hyper Voice. Is still a lot for the Gyarados. Oh man. Here comes the Great Tusk. What is your... Oh, this is your last Pokemon. Okay, I'm going to protect on the Gyarados, and I'm going to Headlong Rush right into that Sylveon. I thought I had one more still in the back. Good call using the Protect. Headlong Rush. So now we'll just go into the double. They could probably protect for one more turn, but I don't know if that's going to be beneficial. Here goes Headlong Rush. Into the Sylveon, dropping it down to 1 HP. We know that it's not the Focus Sash. That is just how bulky she is. Into the Waterfall to knock out. And we won, guys. First win in, I don't know how many games? 6 games. Ugh. No, I think we had a win before. I'm not sure. Ugh. Hey, finally some blue. Finally some blue. Let's go. All right, our third match is up and ready to go. We've got Iron Bundle, Dreadnought, Pelipper, Arcanine, Amoonguss, and Gastrodon. Okay. This is a wide assortment of Pokemon here. First things first. Rain Team, for sure, with the Pelipper and the Dreadnought, 100%. Dreadnought gets Swift Swim, so it goes 2 times speed. We got the Arcanine for the Intimidate. Amoonguss to slow down battle with its, Spore. Gastrodon to absorb all water attacks. And Iron Bundle, because Iron Bundle's the fastest Pokemon in the game right now. So what do I do? What do I do? And I will need to have something for the Weather War, so we're going to bring in Jump Bluff and Torkoal, because I need to get it off of, there. We'll bring in Gyarados. 4 Pokemon are water, but one's offset. We won't bring in Gyarados. We'll bring in Great Tusk and Fluttermane. I don't think Gyarados is helpful for 3 out of the 6, which is totally fine. It's a mixed bag of physical attackers and special attackers, but the 3 physical attackers aren't. I don't think it's gonna do a huge amount. We'll see. Dreadnought and Arcanine. I'll bring out the Torkoal Jump Off. Totally fine. Here you go. Jetpack. Great Tusk. Attack was heightened. We'll go ahead and terrorize. Great Tusk for fire. And we'll start off with the earthquakes. And just to be on the safe side with jump off, we'll activate the Tailwind. Withdrew Arcanine. Bring out the Pelipper. Offset the weather. Giving Dreadnought the double speed here. Terra Fire into this guy. Liquidation. Still survive with this 15 HP left. But now here comes the Earthquake. Does not take down the Dreadnought, but gets pretty close. Tailwind. We get set up with the that again. And I will Sleep Powder the Pelipper. There goes Dreadnought. Sleep Powder will fail. Hurricane. And Jump Up will live. Comes Gastrodon. Swap to Fluttermane. And we will Sleep Powder again for the Pelipper. Right now, it's not a benefit to bring out or to swap out both. Here comes the Wide Guard. Okay, that's totally fine. Sleep Powder on the Pelipper. Shut you off for a minute. And Gastrodon, what are you gonna do? Muddy Water. Totally fine with that. Now I'll bring in the Torkoal. Get rid of this rain. Okay. Synthesis, speed was heightened. Are we getting Thunderbolts? Yeah, we're gonna Thunderbolt. We're gonna get Pelipper out of here. And Eruption. Okay. Here comes the Arcanine. Totally cool with this. Thunderbolt. Into the Arcanine. Brings it down to half. Eruption should bring up the rest. It does not. Oh, come on. It's because Charcoal isn't there. That's why. I got pretty close, right? Like that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I do save so myself. That was pretty awesome. And Tailwind's gone. Totally fine. We'll go ahead and just hit that, and we will protect on Torkoal. Withdrew Arcanine to bring out the Pelipper to reset the weather. It's totally fine. do? Here you go. Have a Thunderbolt. One hit KO. Gastrodon uses Muddy Water. Won't do much to the Torkoal. And misses the Flutter Mane. Let's go. It's 2 down. Should be the last 2. Correct? Should be Arcanine and Gastrodon last. Yes, it is. And I'll go ahead and... yeah, we'll Stream Speed right into the Torkoal slot. Does a considerable amount of damage, but will not KO it. Muddy Water. Oh! Just barely survives. Just barely survives. Problem is now, Flutter Mane is locked into Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt can't do anything to this Gastrodon. I can't switch. Effective. Yep, let's go for it. Highball Rush. Oh, just barely. If Flutter Mane was in any other slot, like any other move besides Thunderbolt, that would have been so... Okay. Not a bad turnaround. I'm glad that I did Terra into Fire when I did, because Arcanine does do Will-O-Wisp, so I'm okay with it. If the Gastrodon would fall right there, that would have been great. But I also didn't switch out Flutter Mane when I could. Not bad though. Good game. Alrighty, match number 4. We got Tyranitar, Golden Go, King Gambit, Great Tusk, Garchomp, and Tingaloo. I don't know what this team is supposed to counter, but I do not like it. Oh man. Alright, so what do we do here? What do we do now? I will have to inevitably outspeed, but so Gyarados is probably going to need to be one of them. Flutter Mane's going to need to be one of them. Chien-Pao. So we'll bring in Jumpluff, Great Tusk, Gyarados, and Chien-Pao. That's who we'll bring in. Now I could bring in Chien-Pao, Great Tusk as a good opener just to kind of set the scene, if you guys would. I'm not sure if that's going to be beneficial or not, but maybe we'll see. I mean, the minus defenses would be good. All right, Golden Go and Great Tusk. And their Great Tusk is huge. Okay, booster energy on that Great Tusk. So it's not Scarfed. But I will Sleep Powder. No, Tailwind first. Tailwind first, always. And Earthquake. Since they're using booster energy, it's not Scarfed, and they're based on attack. And I can't do any status effects against Golden Go, because Good as Gold prevents a lot of initial stuff. It doesn't prevent secondary effects. But here you go. Does not knock out the Golden Go, but gets pretty close. Here comes the Tailwind on my side, so I'm going to be faster regardless. Mega Horn onto the Jumpluff. Will not knock it out. Gets pretty close. And Thunder Wave against the Great Tusk, which doesn't affect it because it's ground. That's cool. We'll go ahead and do the combo again. So Great Tusk lives. Giga Drain's going to get Jumpluff a little bit more HP back. But not a bad choice. Withdrew Golden Go. Again, not a bad choice. I can't read that, so Garchomp. Gotcha. Just go ahead and just do this again. Giga Drain. That's gonna be nice and healthy for Jumpluff. Oh, okay. Maybe not as healthy as I thought. Ooh, Mega Horn again, and Jumpluff just ignores it. It's neat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and sleep the Garchomp. And we're just gonna do Earthquakes again, because Great Tusk does Great Tusk things. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Garchomp does, so. While I like Great Tusk, I think Garchomp's better. Garchomp does Garchomp things. Alright, Protect on the Garchomp, preventing the Sleep Powder from going into that slot. But Earthquake comes out and will knock out the Great Tusk. I wonder if this team is like overly an offensive team. Like, I'm just gonna put pressure upon pressure upon pressure, and that's what this team is. I mean, that's cool and all. A lot of people just do that and maybe put something behind it. Like Iron Bundles, incredibly fast, but their freeze dry ability, oh man. Oh man. I still can't read that. King Gambit. And it did not pull off the thing. So it's not Commander. We got Tailwind for one more turn. Sleep Powder, the Garchomp, and we will Earthquake that side of the field again, because why not? Just why not? King Gambit could survive with like Sucker Punch, might use against our own Great Tusk. We'll know, who knows? It's not going to really do anything to the Jumpluff. Jumpluff isn't attacking, so usually it's using a status move. So most likely it's Defiant. So I can't bring out not Arcanine, but Gyarados. Didn't do anything, so we start off with the Earthquakes to take them down to half, which is great. Sleep Powder into the Garchomp. Garchomp go night-night. And what are you gonna do, Mr. Gambit? Garchomp has his dedicated turn. Oh, okay. Retaliate. I love that animation. It's like a samurai warrior. Like, I just quick killed you. Leftovers. All right. Tailwind is gone. So now we'll bring out Chien-Pao. Sword of Ruin. And I'm gonna Terra Chien-Pao. So we aren't affected by the inevitable earthquake that's gonna come out and wreck people's faces. But now my Tailwind is gone. I don't think that's a problem here anymore, just because of the fact that the way that this battle has been going, it seems that I've been outspeeding quite a bit, which I'm okay with. So we will now Terra Flying to remove the weakness to ground. And by it, well, we do have a slight weakness to ground. I think Ice is weak against ground. King Gambit will also Terra to Steel. Oof. Oof. He's made it worse. But you did remove your fighting resistance, I think. Or your weakness. Or are you still weak against fighting? I'm not sure. Anyway, they're knocked out. I think Steel is weak against Ice. I think that's the type advantage there, which isn't bad. Chien-Pao will do Sacred Sword and 10-0. But we appreciate you anyway. Thank you so much. Now it should be 1 on 4. Nope, 1 on 3. Sent out. Pokemon I can't name. Oh, it's Golden Go. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll just Sucker Punch and Earthquake. You can cancel the battle? Yep. Good fight. So we are 2-2 this recording session. It's pretty dope. And our final match of the day is finally here. We're fighting against Qian Pao, Great Tusk, King Gambit, Amoonguss, Fluttermane, and Dragonite. Oof. Oof. Okay, let's see. What should we do? So, don't think bringing in Torkoal is going to be the best out of this matchup here. We did really, really well the last one when I bring it in Jumpluff and Great Tusk, and I think that's what we should do again in the event that Dragonite decides to, I don't know, Terra Normal. Could also Terra Flying. Terra Blast has been making a huge blast over in the regional in Fresno. The regional in Fresno. So we'll go ahead and get that set up first. Qian Pao though. Bring in our own Fluttermane to deal with Qian Pao. And King Gambit. We'll bring in Qian Pao. Our own Qian Pao. Now with the set, if you go Terra Fly, right, you would assume that you would build an assault vested Dragonite to be able to live certain things, have multi-scale, and be able to use Terra Blast. So you are able to invest a little bit more into offense a little bit, because you don't want to go with your typical 252 in attack. You kind of want to balance it out and have it all over the place. With this, you are able to do a little bit more. So Dragonite and King Gambit, Jumpluff and Great Tusk. Neat. Okay, so Jumpluff is first going to get started off with Sleep Powder onto the Dragonite. And we will go ahead and just Rock Slide. Oh, Rock Slide? I could Headlong Rush the King Gambit down. Maybe Close Combat. I'm just kind of afraid of the Dragonite. Yeah, Rock Slide. Flinching is cool. King Gambit will protect. Totally fine. Rock Slide will come out from the Great Tusk. We're gonna break the Dragonite Sash. Sleep Powder. Safety Goggles. Gotcha. Okay. And Dragonite Flinch couldn't move. Since that's Safety Powder, or Safety Goggles, I know that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Tailwind. And we're gonna Rock Slide again. Withdrew King Gambit. Here comes Qian Pao. Amoonguss. Gotcha. A good call. Extreme Speed into the Jumpluff will not knock it out. Gets about a third. Here comes Rock Slide. Amoonguss avoids the attack. That's interesting. But Tailwind to bring it up at the end. Swap to bring out Qian. No. Fluttermane. We're gonna do that. And then Rock Slide, because we can. I think Qian Pao would have been like the better choice, but I am locked into Rock Slide right now. But I put a lot of pressure onto the Amoonguss with Qian Pao. Withdrew the Dragonites. Bring out King Gambit. Rock Slide. You're gonna Spore. Nope, you're gonna Giga Drain right off the bat and do a lot of damage. Fluttermane comes out. Very effective. I think we just go straight into the Moonblast there. And then we swap into Qian Pao. Put a little bit more pressure. Because Amoonguss would probably want to do like Rage Powder. I mean, it could do Giga Drain. Sucker Punch is what I wanted to try to prevent from King Gambit. So Moonblast into that slot. We'll take it 3/4 of the way. Drops its special attack. Defiant will then raise its attack 2 stages. Spore will go into the Fluttermane. Retreat Fluttermane to bring out the Jumpluff. Actually, we're gonna do this. I think it's gonna Spore again and Sucker Punch. So I'm gonna do this. Rage Powder. Okay. And Iron Head. Good call. Okay, my tail one's gone. Headlong Rush into the King Gambit, and I'm gonna Ice Spinner into the Amoonguss. So if it Rage Powders again, I still have someone attacking. But I'm gonna take out either the Amoonguss or both. You could also Sucker Punch into Great Tusk, which then eliminates that slot. He's choosing not to. Gonna Terra the Amoonguss to make it water, to make it less effective against my attacks. Now if Jump Pluck was still alive, Sucker Punch right into the Great Tusk and it will knock it out, unfortunately. But I foresaw that. I foresaw that. Spinner. Into the Amoonguss. That broke my sash. There's the Spore. I believe he's got this. I'm asleep in 2 aspects. And Fluttermane's weak. Champow's asleep. And Fluttermane's weak against Ironhead, which I know King Gambit has. So, unfortunately, he's won this one. This Fluttermane's super effective. There's no way for him to live against that, especially from a +2. Shucks. Sash is broken. So here comes a Rage Powder. You didn't really need to do that. I mean, yeah, probably. +2 Strength King Gambit. Unfortunate. All right. All right, ladies and gents, that will be our Season 7 matches for today. We have 45 matches in. We are 16 wins, 29 losses. We were doing so well in the beginning, and then it just kind of crumbled after that. It's a good learning curve. We're also going to be trying to do a couple of things. So now that we've identified where the problems are, which is mainly me piling in the team, we're also going to try to be changing the EVs around. Right now, we're not going to make any changes. I'm just going to play the game as it should be. I'm using the team that is really, really good. I just don't use the team very often. And obviously, there are different Pokemon that I would choose if I had to build a similar team kind of like this. Obviously, like Talonflame for Tailwind, Garchomp to replace Great Tusk. I've had great success with those, even though I didn't do well in the Portland Regional with that team. Knowing what to do is far different. And yeah, that's pretty much all that there is. I just don't know how to use the team very well, but I will get better and better and better. So with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. And if you guys want to leave any comments down below of possible team suggestions or possible changes you can make, or just like some feedback for me me. I do read them all, and I do reply to all the comments as I can if I'm not working or recording a new project. Which I did release something on Sunday. Didn't seem like you guys were into that, so probably gonna hold off on other projects for now. But anyways, I leave the question off to you. What would you do in my shoes? Who would you replace? What would you do? And till tomorrow, I'll see you guys then. So have a great day. Peace.